Hi everyone, I'm Gemma, the owner of Gemma Redmond Vintage, and I'm here again on a Friday to share with you some recent additions to my online collection. All of these pieces will be being added to the website from next week, but if you'd like to find out more about any of them in the meantime, please do get in touch and I can provide you with further details and images, and you can also make a purchase if you would like to do so. Let's get started. I have 8 pieces to share with you today, and they range right through from the Victorian era through to, through to the 1950s, 1960s. I also have a pre-loved item as well to share with you today too. Let's begin with what I'm wearing as always. And I'll start from the top down and begin with these really pretty blue earrings. They're such a vibrant shade of blue, I'm sure you'll all agree. These earrings were constructed in Czechoslovakia in the 1930s, and they feature 3 very vibrant blue rhinestones, all within a silver tone metal filigree setting. So I'll put my hair up so you get a better idea of the drop and the look of the design. As you can see, they really pop one against a navy blue or even a blue stripe, as you can see here. They are screw back, and they're really comfortable screw backs too, nice and secure but not too tight. So I'll take them off so you can have a closer look. Just slide them off gently as I turn the wheel. So as I mentioned, these earrings date from the Art Deco era, and they are a filigree design with blue rhinestones. You can see the screw backs just here, and they're a silver tone metal. Next, let's move on to the necklace that I'm wearing, which I think complemented the earrings particularly well. This is also a really lovely shade of blue, and again dates from the Art Deco era. It's detailed in its entirety with blue glass stones, and these glass stones are in open back mounts, so the light shines through them really effectively. They're graduating in size, so the larger ones are towards the front and centre of the necklace, and they go smaller as we get around the back. This necklace, I don't know if any of you saw my layering video from last week, it's again perfect for layering with other glass necklaces from the Art Deco era, or indeed any era, if you like that sort of Anna Wintour style look of 2 or 3 necklaces that are really colourful worn together. I'll just unclip it. So this necklace fastens with a box clasp, so it's nice and easy and strong, and as you can see, the stones there go right along the length of the piece, and the light does shine really beautifully through them. Okay, next let's move on to this fabulous brooch. This brooch dates from the Belle Epoque, from the garland style era of around circa 1900, and it's constructed from silver and features the prettiest bow motif with this lovely teardrop beneath it, and detailed at its centre with a pink glass drop, teardrop shaped stone. I'll just unpin it for you. I thought I'd wear it so you can get an idea of the scale. And now I'll unhook it and show you the movement in this piece. So as you can see, the 3 teardrop shapes are set within each other and move really nicely as you wear them, culminating in this teardrop shaped pink faceted glass stone at the centre, and then this lovely pretty bow design at the top. It is constructed from silver and has a lovely tube hinge fastening mechanism here with a C clasp at the back. You'll notice also at the top here we have a little bail, which means that as well as being worn as a brooch, this piece can also be worn as the prettiest pendant. It really is lovely and exemplifies that garland style so popular in the late 19th and early 20th century. Next, let's move on to something else really pretty, but a piece that's actually from the 1950s. So here we have a great rhinestone studded buckle bracelet, and you can see it has the tail shape of a buckle of a belt, just here, and then this goes through the buckle motif just here, which is also set with rhinestones too. The piece is detailed with pink, colourless, blue, yellow and green rhinestones. I'm just sliding the tail of the belt through so you can see it properly there. And it's adjustable in size, so we've got two little belt loops, holes for the belt to go through just here, so it can be made wider or shorter, more cuff in style if you prefer. This piece dates from the 1950s, as I've mentioned, and I'll just undo it now so you can have a closer look at the fact that it is covered entirely in rhinestones. There we go. It's exceptionally sparkly. As I mentioned, it dates from probably the 1950s, perhaps the early 1960s, and is a really cool piece, perfect for party season. Okay, next, let's move on to a pair of earrings. Now these earrings, I think I will refer to as pre-loved. They are almost vintage. These earrings date from the 2000s, probably circa 2009, 2010. And they're made by an American brand, and I chose them because they're really Art Nouveau in style, really evocative of that time period, but for pierced ears. As you can see, they have hooks on them, making them a bit more versatile to wear. They're also really pretty, so I couldn't pass up the opportunity to have them in the shop, even though they're not quite as old as the rest of the pieces that I stock. They feature, I would say it's like a ginkgo leaf motif, or perhaps a fuchsia motif, detailed with pink and green and blue enamels, and also have these lovely freshwater pearl drops at their centre. There's enamel here at the top too, and at the top of the ginkgo motifs, very tiny opal cabochons, which are really pretty. And they are also constructed from silver too, so really nice quality materials. I'll just pop them in for you so you get an idea of how these look worn. As you can see, the sort of organic form of them, the pretty enamelling and the opals and freshwater pearls included in them make them really evocative of that Art Nouveau era. Okay, next let's move on to, we'll move back in time now and we'll have a look at this lovely Victorian brooch. This is a really buttery gold plated piece, and it's detailed with purple glass stones across its centre and in a lovely drop design at the bottom here. This design is really typical of Victorian era jewellery with this sort of fob-like pendant hanging from the base of 3 stones going across it. It's a gilded metal, a gold-plated metal, but it's really effective and stylish in its design, and is in excellent condition for a piece of its age, dating from the mid to late 1800s. It can be worn perhaps at the top of a round neck top or a buttoned up shirt, or on a lapel, as I'm showing you here. The scale is really lovely, and the stones being an open back flat mounts really mean that they reflect the light beautifully. Okay, let's move on to quite a statement piece, but again, speaking of buttery golds, this piece certainly has it. So this is a Joseph of Hollywood necklace in the famed Russian gold plate, the matte gold plated finish which Joseph developed for the jewellery of the Hollywood studios so it wouldn't reflect the studio lighting. It's got a really lovely design here with ropes of chains, rope-like chains curving around this Baroque style motif which is detailed with a cherub at the bottom of it too. As with all Joseph jewellery, it is a real statement piece and is really impactful to wear. So I'll just undo the clasp. Here we go. And you can see how it looks worn. I think it looks great worn on top of a block colour, and with a roll neck too, just has that real impact to it, as you can see. And you can see the cherub here and the shield design and this Baroque motif hanging really nicely from these rope-like chains. This piece probably dates from the 1940s and it's fully signed Joseph on the reverse too. Now let's move on to my final piece, some earrings. I'll just take these ones out so you can have a closer look at them. Get them the right way round. Here we go. So these really sparkly, really stylish earrings were created by the Miriam Haskell Company in the 1950s. Again, they've got that lovely, rich, gold-plated metal to them, and they have a floral sort of design here at the top with leaves and berries, culminating in these cascades of mirror finish blue and colourless rhinestones. They are clips and fully signed on the reverse Miriam Haskell. So I'll just pop them in so you can have a closer look at them. I'm sure you'll agree the two pieces look really great together, these American costume jewellery companies of the 1940s and 1950s sitting side by side. So I'll just, there we go, clip them in so you get an idea of how they frame the face. They're designed, the rhinestones are designed to come downwards and frame the face rather than work their way up the ear. You can see they're really sparkly, still as sparkly as the day they were made. Okay, so that's my selection of pieces to share with you this week. Let's recap what I've got. So I have these 1950s Miriam Haskell floral and rhinestone clip-on earrings. This 1940s Joseph of Hollywood Baroque influence statement chain necklace. This 1950s, 1960s rhinestone buckle cuff. These 2000s earrings, Art Nouveau inspired earrings made from silver, detailed with enamel and opals. This Victorian glass and gilded metal brooch. This Art Deco blue glass necklace. These Art Deco Czechoslovakian blue rhinestone earrings. And this wonderful garland style, turn of the 20th century, silver and paste pendant / brooch. That's my selection of pieces to share with you this week. Thank you very much for joining me again, and I will see you all again next Friday. Take care, bye bye.